Hey, what's up guys? Look what just arrived. 2 big boxes. Now let's see what's inside of these things. To say I am excited is an understatement. I can now do my new Zotac 1060 build. That's right. A case from Spider Miner just arrived. Power cable. A refurbished Bitmain 1600 watt power supply. Look at that. Can take 100 volt, 120 volt. Interesting. I thought that was 240 only. Here we go. Well, I'll open this up in off camera and show you what it's all about. Thanks to the power of video, I am back. Here's what is inside this thing. Got a little CPU in there, RAM stick, a little I think that this one is this one the RAM? I don't know, I'm not used to the server style stuff. This is a little hard drive. I actually bought an adapter for the hard drive. I'm gonna try to flash Simple Miner right onto this thing and see how that works. Comes with some big old fans, which creates some serious vacuum in this case, and it'll suck all the air into here. And then there's a motherboard with 8 slots in it. All the power is right here. And then you just plug in the other power down here. Super easy. So these all have one 8-pin 6+2. So this works good with the small cards. And then inside this box, this larger box, is the other one that I have, their version 2 case, which I guess is a little bit bigger. Box is a lot bigger anyways. But it's a little bit bigger, and then it has 2 of these cables for each of them, so you can put little bigger cards in there. So I'm going to be putting 3070s in there and maybe some 3060 Ti's, the dual pin ones. We'll see. So let's put this thing together. So here's the little, what do you call that? Little SATA drive. SATA, there we go. I bought this adapter off of Amazon. It cost me $10, $12, maybe 15, I don't know, it wasn't much. And then here, I have an external enclosure. Is that gotta go in upside down? Well, that's odd. Okay, hopefully that doesn't short out anywhere. There you go. Okay, just slid that in there. And then we're gonna power this thing up. Here we go. Over to the laptop. We're gonna flash from file.
Flash your file.
Take Simple Miner. Select target, USB device. Flash.
Flash. I couldn't even know.
Okay, flash complete. Now you just unplug this. Plug it back in. It's not easy to do with one hand. There we go. Removable drive shows up. Open up your config file in Simple Miner. Right here, replace that with your email address, which I will do. And then when you're done that, you just eject it, and then it's good to go on your computer. Hey, what's up guys? So I forgot to start filming before and I already opened up 4 of these cards. So I'm only going to be opening up 4 here. And for the astute viewers, you might notice that it is also nighttime. I'm using some artificial light now because I had to run out, take care of some stuff, and I actually moved one of my rigs over to my father's place because I am tapped for power. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but that is it. That's the whole shebang. This house is loaded. Since my last video where I said I had about 3,600 mega hashes on equivalent on Ethereum, well, I've since increased that by about 1,000. So I'm running about, after this is set up, I figure I'll be at about, I don't know, 1.4 gigahashes on Raven roughly. So that's roughly like 2.8 Ethereum plus 2.2 gigahashes on Ethereum. So I'll figure that out, but I'm pretty full. So here we go. Oops, sorry about that camera. I got here Zotac Gaming Twin Edge OC 12 gig card. It's a 3060. I don't know if the OC edition means anything. It's got higher clocks, but I don't think that'll. Pretty sure the silicone's all the same. Not sure if they put any nicer stuff in there than the regular Zotac versions. So Zotacs are a little bit more money than the other guys, I'd say. Although you never know, MSI recently raised their prices. Gigabyte went through the roof. EVGAs are still really cheap, so I get every EVGA I can get my hands on, but I don't have the opportunity to buy 8 EVGAs all at the same time, so that's why I went with these Zotacs. Nice fancy shiny box. I'm sure that drives some of the cost up. So here's what's interesting about the Zotac cards. It's got this 2-in-1 bubble wrap anti-static. Most guys just have the anti-static bubble wrap separate. And here's the card. Fresh out of the box. 2 nice big fans. I know that the Gigabyte uses these like super small fans. The Gigabyte fans are probably 80% of the size of this, maybe 70% of the size. But here's what's interesting about the Zotacs. They're super expensive, but look at this. Doesn't come with shields over this. It actually looked like it had some stuff on there. But there's no shield over the PCI there. There's no little plugs for the ports. There's no shield over this like the EVGAs have. There's no plastic on it that you have to take off, protective plastic. Nothing. Not even the little Zotac symbol here. That doesn't even have the little plastic to keep it nice and safe and shiny. Absolutely nothing. Pull the card out of the box. That's what it is. 1 8-pin. Nice and easy power requirements. Okay, I can close these up later. 1 card. So I think that the 30 series Zotacs are a lot better. I skipped over the 20 series cards, but I have a couple of 10s, and the Zotac 10 series are horrible. They are the worst quality cards out of anything. MSIs are top notch, VGAs are good, Asus's are pretty good, but the Zotacs are horrendous. So these ones seem like they're a lot better built. Funny enough, my MSI 30 series cards, I am not a huge fan of them. They don't work that great. They have all kinds of thermal throttling issues. The fans aren't that nice. I actually broke the back plate on a 3080 taking it off, fixing the thermal pads on it. I didn't record that, which would have been funny. I wasn't too impressed with that. But the back plate is plastic. So it's got thermal pads sticking to a plastic back plate. That's an MSI, so I don't know what that's going to do for thermal conductivity, but I'm guessing not a whole lot. Let me just show it to you. Right, I got it right here. I don't know if you could tell this here. Here's the backplate right here. MSI backplate. 2 pieces. broken. Let me just show this to you. MSI backplate, plastic. So it's got this little metal thing around here with thermal pads, and then thermal pads here. But like, why? What's this? How much heat are you gonna dissipate on this little tiny metal thing, which then has plastic all over it? Like, come on. How much was that card? I think I spent $1,300 MSRP on that thing, and it comes with a plastic backplate and super crappy thermal pads that don't do anything. It's pretty ridiculous. Not happy with those, so I try to avoid MSI for the more expensive 30 series cards. 3060s, I'll get whatever, I don't care. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I don't think that they run that hot. But like the 3080s, 3080 Tis, all that, I don't want MSI at all. So there we go. Last card. Let's put them in that case over there. I'll just put this to the side. I'll take care of these later. So I flashed that thumb drive on there. Let's just redo this camera right here. Here's our cards. Beautiful sight this. I can't get enough of this. I absolutely love mining. I love playing with graphics cards. I've always liked tinkering with computers and stuff, but this is a whole nother level. Now I get to do this all the time with more cards than I ever thought possible, so it's really fun. Here you go. 8 cards on a workout bench. Does it get any better than that? Maybe if they were 3090s, that would be better, but you know, I'll take what I can get. So here we go. Here is the case. I flashed that drive there before, so we'll see how this works. It's the first time I've ever done that before. It seemed like it was okay. Card number 1. Look at this. This is so much easier than risers and screwing around with that. This is my second time building one of these cases, and I absolutely love them. I've got plans to order a lot more of them. They are so easy, so practical. You turn these fans on, and it's like a nice little vortex in there. It just can't be beat. Just fantastic. Look at this. Huh? What's easier? Fiddling with risers on a motherboard and cable management and all that fun stuff that comes with it. You know, riser fails or it's not connected properly or whatever. Nothing. Look at that. I got 8 screws I got to put in there. Should get a better screwdriver is what I should do. I don't like the screwdriver. I'm going to go get a different one. This is one of those screwdrivers, all the different ones in it. Works well, but when you're using it all the time, it's kind of annoying. I'll be back. So I apologize again for the bad lighting. And I also just screwed this in while it was away because that's boring and who wants to see stuff being screwed in. But I apologize for the bad lighting because I'm in a basement and I don't have proper lighting down here, so maybe that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. But it's just got these 8-pin connectors everywhere. Super easy. Everything's just all down here. Just gotta make sure you grab the next one in the series. So I'd like to give a shout out to Son of a Tech and Red Panda Miner. I started watching you guys not that long ago. I never even thought to check YouTube for mining stuff. Less than a year ago, 8 months ago maybe, found you guys. I couldn't believe what these home setups were doing. It just blew my mind. And then, you know, fast forward to today, and I have tripled, maybe quadrupled the number of computers that I have. This has gone from a hobby to a pretty serious, almost full-time gig here, raising my kids and building mining equipment. I love it, and I want to keep doing this. So shout out to you guys for inspiring me to make it bigger and take things to the next level. And hopefully by doing this, I can inspire some other people to do the same. You know, anybody can do this. I'm trying to get my parents into it. I want them to have a rig. They're retired now. They've been fed that line their whole life that you need to work forever and then you retire and you got your savings. And they're just finding out that wasn't really the best option for them. They're sitting on some money now, and you take anything out, and the government just taxes you like crazy on everything. And all you really have is a little pot that whittles down to nothing. So you want to spend it all when you're alive, or give it to your family after you pass away. But it's just a pot of money, that's it. When it's gone, it's gone. And doing something like this, this is probably going to change in the future, but doing something like this gives you some income. It's something that anybody can do. Anybody could set this up, and I don't know, what would you rather have? Some money sitting in an RSP doing who knows what, or some computer earning you crypto? You can take it out for money, or you can leave it and hope that it'll go somewhere. It's doing something that you can see. A lot better than just leaving it in the markets, wishing and praying and hoping and dreaming that something will happen, and then in 40 years you can retire. No, I want to build as many of these things as I can, and hopefully take some of that power into my own hands. Get my parents running some of these as well and getting some income too. They built a couple machines, got a couple $1,000 a month coming in that was not before. Now that's powerful. That is something really powerful. So here we go. I had a whole bunch. I forgot I bought a whole bunch of these things. So always have extra cables. You never know. This one's just got like a regular old, I don't know what this is, C13 or something like that. This one for a regular old computer power supply, and then this end is the same thing, but it's the opposite end. Those two will go into each other. So this one goes into the PDU. The cable that they sent it with has this on the end, and I don't have any 240 with those kind of ends on it. So this would be for if I wanted to run on a regular wall outlet. I'll keep that. And for now, I'll run this thing through the PDU on 240. Gonna fire it up, see how it goes. Just fired it up. You can hear those fans whistling away. Air just falls out of there. It's pretty cool. A little loud. We'll see how I like this in my house. I might not. I'll fix those wires. Alright. Time to set this thing up on the software. Just sucks the air in there. That's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not too hot up there. As you can see, it is at the top of the rack. I don't know what that is. 6 inches from the roof, maybe, not even. I can span it with my fingers. It's like a finger and a knuckle from the roof. Pretty accurate measurement, finger and a knuckle. Okay, let's try that out in the software. And here we go. 8 Zotac RTX 3060 cards. A little warm in there, a little warm. Might bump the fans up a bit. I got them at 130 watts. Here's the clocks right now. I need to fiddle with these and get them more efficient. I got 130 watt power limit, 2000 memory offset, 0 core. Fans, I think I hit 75% on the fan, but yeah, 75 on the fan. I don't know if that really matters. So here you go, look at this. Here's all the cards. Interesting that they're all identical cards. This might be that whole core thing. They bounce around. Look, all the cores are all different. Even though they're all identical cards. They're all different. Like this one's got the lowest, and it's hashing the lower. This one's also low, hashing a little lower. Bouncing around, I don't know. Maybe it's better to run these cards on Hive, but for now, those do Simple Miner. I'm really bad at finding logs. I don't know. Simple or Hive, I'm having an issue getting logs to even show up sometimes. I don't know if it's because it's not creating them when the systems crash, but whatever. This one's super easy. Console, you can just click on this here if there's ever any crashes on Simple Miner. So I like to run it on SMOS to start, to figure out, get the rig stable, and then when everything's all good, I can throw it on Hive. But I like them. They both have their positives and negatives. So there you go. 185.91, 185 on Raven, a little more than 1 kilowatt. That's not bad. Pretty efficient cards here. 177, 180, 183. Some of these cards might need a little more power. I find some cards need 135 watts, some need 130, but I will tinker with that on the coming days. It's also super hot in this basement, so hopefully the temperature drops tonight. Temperatures are supposed to be colder tomorrow, so that should help with this. There you go. Running good. I'm really excited about this. This is my very first, well, I guess I have a full 3080 Ti. Okay, so I got a 6-card 3080 Ti EVGA build. But for some reason it just doesn't feel as cool as this one anymore. This one's definitely cooler. Doesn't run as fast, but it's a cool build. In a cool case, all the same cards. I'm digging it. I want to build more of these. I just need to do this 100 times over, and then I might be satisfied for a weekend, and then I'll want to do it again. So there you go. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Take it easy. I will. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do anything else with these. If you want me to do a video when I'm optimizing this, see how it goes. I'm just throwing these settings on here. I'm gonna leave this thing like this for a couple days. You know, I got stuff to do, and then I'll come back to it and tinker. But no tinkering tonight. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to show you. Have a good one. Take it easy.